another amazing stream this morning. It's another great day here in Ghana, and I'm very happy to be here with you once again. Yesterday, the network wasn't good enough, so the stream did not take long. This morning, just join the stream. Make sure to leave your name, where you are joining from, leave it in the live chat. And then if you stumble upon this particular video after the stream too, guys, and you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and follow the channel. Now, you have to use the link in the description of this video or any other video on the channel to follow or to join a Telegram community. In that community, we have a lot of people there. So if you have any problem regarding your pets being exotic or local, or improved locals or crossbreeds, then we have people, a lot of guys in the group that will assist you with any problem that you are facing in your farm. Okay. Good morning. Obitex is here already from Nigeria. So guys, this morning I would just like to share with you the current improvement that I did to the incubator, and then the capacity and what I plan doing. And I'm just fortunate enough this morning I came to just check, and then I've seen that some eggs, or the first eggs, has started hatching. So we are going to check it out and see the process, how I came about this idea, and how I'll improve upon the performance of this incubator, and how I'll also make sure that it takes more eggs. Okay, so that is what I'll be sharing with you in this particular video. So you are going to learn a lot from this particular stream, so you cannot afford to miss any part of this particular stream, except we don't have any issue about the network, which I promised it to not happen, because in here we don't have much network problem inside here. Okay, so guys, without much ado, we'll dive straight into the video. We'll check the incubator and see the number of chicks that were hatched so far, and what is the way forward. That is what we are here to do. Okay, so the incubator is just here. Permit me. So this is the incubator, and this is the setup. This is the hygrometer thermometer for checking the humidity and temperature. Currently, you can see it's 37.7, which is the required temperature we need inside, and the humidity is 62% inside. So the outside, the temperature is 32.4. That is the in. So 37.7 is okay. That is what we need. So you need this if you want to make your own incubator. Now, this I'm using here is just an old drum. You can check it out. It's just an old drum. So since it's an old drum, I think, okay, I can use this. Okay, so let's check inside what we have inside. We have certain things inside. So let's open it and first check the number of chicks we have. Okay, so guys, you can see this inside. And then inside you can see we have the fan, and then we have two 15-watt bulbs. You can see two 15-watt bulbs. They are the one giving power to or heating the incubator. And then we have the fan for circulating the heat inside the incubator. And then we have our water source inside. And currently we have about 70 eggs inside this incubator. But we put them in batches. So the one with the 6 on them are the ones that started hatching. So you can see some are also going to hatch. So the ones with the 6, they are the ones started hatching. We have 19 here, and then we have 22nd also here. So those are the respective dates of the eggs. Okay, so currently we have 5 chicks that we are hatched. Okay, they are pure white. You can see 5 chicks were hatched so far, and then we have 1, 2, 3 of the eggs already. So I'll be sending the chicks from the incubator here. I'll be sending them into this brooder, our manual brooder that we have inside here. They will be staying here until the hatching is complete, and then they are a week old before I'll move them out. Okay, so you can see them all white. And that is how I'm breeding my birds. I'll reveal the name of this breeder to you soon in another video, so you can see how we are doing it. Now, all the eggs here, they are all fertilized eggs, and then majority, 95% or 99% of them will hatch. Why? Because whenever I'm incubating the eggs, after day 3, I'll candle the eggs. After day 7, I'll candle. Day 14, I'll candle. So that is the process I'm using. And if I've seen one which is not developing, on any which is not developing, I take it out from the incubator. So these ones that we are seeing here, they are all being candled. I candled all of them. And then all of them are fertilized eggs. So if you check inside, they are all fertilized eggs. So the ones with the date 6 on it, those are the ones hatching. Today is 26. So, it will take 21 days for eggs to hatch. I incubated on the 6th. And then this morning, you can see the eggs have started hatching. And then we have 5 chicks already. So, and then we have 4 cracked. And then within the day, we'll be expecting more chicks. Okay, so this is just the simple setup that I'm using to hatch. It's just a simple setup. You don't need to invest much, even though an automatic incubator is good. It's good to help supplement, which I'll be getting. So I'm planning to get at least 1,000 or 500 capacity. So that is the process, and I hope you've learned something from this setup. You can do it at the comfort of your home. At first, I'm not using the fan, but as I'm expanding or as I'm making it more, that is when I introduce. Okay, so there's a lot of things I'll be doing here so that this incubator can take at least 200 eggs. So that is the plan. So I'll be making another container that I'll be putting in so that it can take more eggs. So this is inside of the incubator, and this is what is happening currently inside here. Okay, so guys, let's close it. Let's close it. Hatching is going on, so the incubator is supposed not to be open for long. So at the top we have the hole here so that the heat can escape when there is too much heat. So as we've opened it, you can see that the temperature dropped to 36.5, which is not good. So I'll turn on the second bulb. I'll turn the second bulb on. So guys, that is how I've been doing it. So I'll just turn on the second bulb. You can see second bulb has been turned on. So guys, that is what is happening currently inside here, and that is this local incubator is very difficult to use. It's something simple. It's not difficult. It's just the only difficulty you have is rotating the eggs. Rotating the eggs, that's the only difficulty you have. But whenever it comes to efficiency, it's there. The efficiency is there, provided the eggs are fertilized eggs. The efficiency is there. It hatched more eggs. Okay, I've used this incubator and then the best to hatch. So the only downside, as I'm saying, is you checking the temperature consistently, because you have that automatic setter, or the temperature controller, automatic temperature controller. You don't have that. What we are using is the thermometer clock for check temperature. So that is the only thing. And then whenever it comes to the rotation, you have to do the rotation manually. But an incubator is costing, here in Ghana, we have a lot. It's costing huge sums of money to even get the 64 capacity incubator, talk less of 128, talk less of 240, talk less of 500 and 1,000. So people will start to complain that they don't have it. They don't have the money to go in for the incubator. So with all the necessary research I did and then the knowledge that I've invested into my farm, I'm sharing everything with you, that you cannot be stuck at one place, that because of incubator or because you don't have an incubator, you cannot increase your bets. I can use this incubator to increase the number of chicks I have in the farm from 10 to 1,000. And that is what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to tell you guys that you only need automatic incubator before you can be able to grow your farm. No, you can start from scratch with the manual incubator. You can be able to grow it for some time, and the batches of birds that you are hatching, within 3-4 months, you'll be able to sell the roosters and then get money to acquire the automatic one. So that is why I'm sharing everything that I'm doing with you here on the channel raw. So you see everything raw. You see everything. Okay, I'm not here to tell you any fancy story. There is a transparency in what I'm doing so that you can also replicate the same system. Okay, it's something doable. So guys, now this is what is happening currently. You know, at first I've started with this box. I've started hatching from the box in here. This is the box we've used to start the hatching before I moved to this one for more eggs. Okay, because the birds have started laying more eggs, so I have to increase the capacity. So guys, you can even use cardboard at your home or any available material you have at your home to make your own incubator. The only thing you need is the temperature or the thermometer clock for checking the temperature. That is very, very important, okay? So that you can understand the required temperature. You know, the temperature varies. Sometimes my incubator can run from 37.7 to 39, and then I'll just open the vent section for the heat to escape, and then the process will start all over again. So you know, the temperature is not static. Let's say 37.7. That's not all. No, the temperature is not static. It's a range. So per my observation currently, it's a range. We don't have any static temperature required for hatching the eggs. It's a range from 37.7 above. Sometimes you can see the temperature falling to 37.4, 37.3, 37, and then you turn on the next bulb. Here you can see that I'm not using those 60-watt bulb or 50-watt bulb or 100-watt. I'm using two 15-watt bulbs. Why? Because of the container. The container is not that big enough for that too much heat. So two 15-watt bulbs is what I need. And then if you turn it on for, let's say, 35 minutes, then you have to turn one off because the heat will be enough for where light is not constant. Yeah, so that is the next thing you have to consider, which I'll be talking about too. So within 5 minutes, you turn the next bulb off, okay? So that it's only one that will be on for maintaining that constant heat in the incubator. So it's because of the capacity and then the size of the container. So it's not always all what you see online. That is what you are going to practice. At first, I bought 100-watt bulb for the testing or for making the incubator. I have them here. All of them are here. I have 100 and then the 60. I bought all of them. You can check it out. So I have 100 watt. I have the 60-watt bulb. I bought all of them. But you could see that along the way, the eggs are just boiling up because the heat is too much. So I have to go in with two 15-watt bulbs, and then I have a lot of 15-watt bulbs here. A lot. They are inside. You can see I have a lot. I have a lot of 15-watt bulbs here. So you have to do your test and come out. So that is what I'm doing. So I've tested everything and I've seen that it is the size and then the capacity of the container you are using that will determine the type of bulb you use, whether 25, 50 or 60, depending on the size of the container you are using. So whenever it comes to electricity, you know, Nigeria, we don't want to talk about electricity issues in Nigeria. Africa, we don't know what is happening. We don't know what is happening in Africa. It's the same story here in Ghana, but it's at least Ghana is ahead of Nigeria whenever it comes to electricity. And currently, I'm not facing much issues, even though there will be outages, but it will not take more than an hour here in Ghana. So, for instance, whenever it's raining, that is when we face those outages, very long time outages, like 6 hours, 7 hours. And if that happened, guys, if that happened, I have a system that I use. That is when I use the lantern, okay? So I have my lantern here. So I have the lantern here. So when there is an outage, that is when I use the lantern to supplement the heat. I just light it up. It contains kerosene, so I just light it up and then put it inside the incubator. And then instead of me to use the cover of the incubator to cover it, I use some cloth to cover it so that air can be flowing in for the lantern to continue working. So this is the supplement I use. You can equally make a lantern incubator using the box, okay? This is what I've used as some time, and I shared it with you because of light out. We have about 6 hours light out, and then this is what I have to use to supplement the heat throughout. And then I have a successful hatching rate. The second time we have about 98% hatching rate. So that is the system I've been using. So you can make your incubator. The only thing we need is heat. So it's a lantern will provide you with heat. You can use the kerosene one, or you can use a charged lantern, or any of the lantern that will provide heat. The only thing we need is the heat. Okay, so whenever it comes to issues of outages, that is what I do here in Ghana. And the same thing applies whenever you get an automatic incubator to, either it will run on solar or it will run on electricity. If it is not dual, whether it will run on battery and then that of the electricity, when you have only one power source, which is the electricity, and there is an outage, it's the same story. Whether it's an automatic incubator or manual, it's the same story. So if you get an automatic incubator which is running on electricity, and then there is an outage, it's the same story like you running a manual incubator and there is an outage. It's the same story. So guys, you have to make provisions for this. And what I want to share with you in this particular video is about you not holding yourself back, that you don't have money to patronize an automatic incubator. That is why you cannot multiply the number of chicks you are going to have in your farm. No, you can do it with the manual system, and that is what I'm doing here, and that is what I'm sharing with you. I've used this to hatch those chicks that you are seeing. A video will be live today, 9:15. A video will be live, and then you check the night time with us. Yesterday night, we've made some short video that we would like to share with you. So you check it out, and then you see the number of. Currently, I have about 96 chicks. The first batch, second, we have about 96, and then we have a lot going on. We have about 70 eggs in the incubator that started hatching. We have 5 hens that are also in the process of hatching. So you could see that with the local system or with the traditional system, I'm multiplying the number of chicks I have in the farm. That is what I want to share with you in this particular video, that you can go the extra mile, even though it requires a lot of dedication, a lot of time, but you can do it. If I can do it, you can equally do it. Okay, so guys, I hope you enjoy this time with me. If you like it, hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to share the video with others. You don't know that this can motivate people. I just stumbled on one particular video one day, and that is the change I have in my life. So you don't know how this video will help somebody. So guys, let's share the video with others, and then encourage others to venture into raising local chickens. Okay, so don't worry if you are new, subscribe and follow, because I'm breeding my own chicks, and then I'm also developing my own chicks. I'm improving upon the genes of the local chickens. I'm using a particular system which I'll be revealing everything I'm doing in the farm. I'll be sharing it with you. When the birds started to lay, if the F1 started to lay, I'll share everything with you, so you cannot afford to miss any. It's my own breed that I'm developing. So I'm going the extra mile of doing things that will assist everybody, whether you want to raise pure local, whether you want to raise the crossbreed. All the hybrids we are raising currently, the Issa Brown, the layers, the commercial layers, they are all crossbreeds, they are hybrids. So you can equally develop your own bets. So that is what I'm doing. I'm developing my own bets using the locals. So I'm using the local bets to develop my own unique breed. So you cannot afford to miss any of such content. I'll share everything with you raw on the channel. Guys, if you like the time with me, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, and don't forget to join the Telegram community. Donors, join the family, and then help us so that we can get more revenue. We have a lot of guys out there that want to venture into local chicken farming, but they don't have the means of starting. We can assist everybody. So that is the main goal of this particular channel. Guys, I'll catch you up in another wonderful one like this. Probably tomorrow we'll have a live stream. Tomorrow is Sunday, so we will not be able to meet each other. Monday we'll have a short live stream before I go to school. So Obitex, have a nice day. Guys, have a nice day. I really love you. Bye-bye for now.